Alright, now that I have had time to mull over this and think about just the gravity of the situation, holy crap, I'm very curious to see how this all plays out. Let's take stock of what's going on, because I'm very curious to know exactly why we're going to be going off in the opposite direction of Garreg Mach. That's what really has me confused right now.
What do you think?
How did it feel going out into the battlefield again? Were you overcome with sentimentality? Nah, not really. I felt calm like always. Glad to hear it. I'm certain you are much stronger now than you were half a year ago. No pressure then? Okay, so who all is around?
Greetings. You there?
We meet again, Shez. Now that I have arrived, you have nothing more to fear. For I am the one who carries both the Alliance and its gloriously unreliable leader upon my very shoulders, I'm sure. My larger concern is for the Alliance territories. The people must be losing sleep over my absence. I'm sure they'll be okay, Lawrence. Don't worry. We've got this. We've got this. Hopefully.
Oh.
I must apologize. You finally have reinforcements, and yet you get me as their commander. If it bothers you, I can return to the Alliance at once. What are you talking about? You've already come this far. We're all counting on you, so just do the best you can.
Yes.
Right, I'll try. Oh boy. So nothing different there. For better or worse.
Well met.
The death of the head of House Rome marked their downfall. To be blunt, their territory belongs to the royal family now. If I make a name for myself in this battle, I might be granted my own land. A guy can dream, can't he? Still, I wonder who will end up with Aryan Road. Is there much left of Aryan Road after the firestorm that Hegemon Edelgard unleashed? Oh man, kinda surprised that Thomas was able to make Edelgard a thrall though. Well, effectively ensnare her that way. Because, I'll be very curious to know how the Chapter 14 diversion works as a result. Another battle on the horizon, and one that will decide the Empire's fate no less. Have you heard how the Imperial Army's in disarray? I wonder what's going on. And what has become of 80? Yeah, it's a definite concern. If the Empire falls apart, chaos will spread through the rest of Fodlan. You're probably right. Maybe I should... No, I'm sorry. I'm alright. I can fight. The battlefield is my stage, after all. Yeah, this is gonna be tearing you up for a while, isn't it? I was hired as a formality, of course, but I have subordinates and family in the kingdom, so it all worked out for the best. Don't worry, trust is the foundation of my business. I'm not going to betray you simply because it strikes my fancy. But I suppose I would understand if someone didn't believe me because of my circumstances. I'm the main character, I don't have to worry.
How may I help you?
The Empire has greatly changed since their defeat at Aryan Road. Her Majesty reappointed Duke Geyer and delegated the majority of political administration to him. He should have stayed banished if you ask me. Both Lord Ferdinand and the Marquis disappeared from the palace soon after. Oh? There's no future for the Empire. Joining for the Kingdom Army was the right choice. Actually, that probably is... Well, given what Rhea said about the Empire having a lot of military strength still, if it's... Well... Given the chaos that has been described by the Part 2 introduction, I suspect that that's how we end up getting our angle in. Although, if those who slither in the dark are properly in play, I'll be curious to see how much their machinations try and make up the difference.
That reminds me.
One time I was driving my wagon down the road after it rained, and wouldn't you know it, got stuck in the mud. A knight just happened to be passing by, and he stopped and lifted the wagon straight out of the muck, all by himself. It wasn't until later that I found out that knight was the king. I just about keeled over, let me tell you. I'm forever grateful, and maybe a little frightened. A regular person shouldn't be able to do that. Yeah, it's a lot.
Come here a sec.
Oh hey Shez, nice timing. Let me introduce you to my partner here. The name's Shamir. Nice to meet you. Thanks for your help at Aryan Road. Shamir left the Knights of Saros 2 years ago, and has been working as a mercenary in the Alliance. But she's going to be fighting with us from now on. I can vouch for her skills. Ah, so she went to the Alliance then. It makes sense. I mean, they call upon her for the in the Black Eagle route as well, so that makes sense.
Nothing to report.
Greetings, Commander! Nothing to report! With all these Alliance folks coming to lend a hand, it feels like our camp went from boring to bustling overnight. Seeing all these people milling about reminds me of when I was at Garreg Mach. Well, with any luck, we'll be back there, buddy. I suppose time will tell in that respect.
Supplies are the lifeblood of any army.
Okay. If I'm not mistaken, yep, we've got the good stuff now. How much do I need to expand this one? Looks like we still got a ways to go.
Everything has its use.
Wait, what? Really?
To tell the truth,
I spent some time in Camulus and was exceedingly busy helping all the people there. Many were fleeing from the Empire with the Central Church's aid.
Yeah.
That must have been rough.
Oh.
Since you're back, does that mean things have settled down over there? Yes, for now. Though I'm sure the situation will grow dire once the fighting starts. The battlefield is a dreadful place, and it's truly horrifying to take another person's life. And yet, at this point, the thought of doing nothing is far worse. Fun times. Right when things had finally died down in the West, they go and send my father to the Alliance. Oh? He works too much, even though he's getting on in years. What am I going to do with him? You're working your tail off too, you know. I guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Oh well, but I'm a lot younger than him, and in better shape too. Since he's working so hard, there's no excuse for me not to do the same. And that's exactly why we are at this point. Pot, kettle, have you met?
are you busy?
The king's attendant is from Dusker, and some commoners have been knighted as well. I heard that even a former bandit's become a general. Oh, and a mercenary captain has too. I wonder if they promote someone like me one day. I've got more than enough ambition. Well, that is the idea that Dimitri's gunning for. Oh, looks like my days of peace and quiet are over.
So wrong!
Why do you think they're sending me to the front lines again? Is it because I'm from the Empire? Oh, this is too much pressure.
You sure?
It's not about where you're from. People are just counting on you. And no one's forcing you to do anything. Counting on me? Well, when you put it that way, alright, I'll do it. I don't know if that was necessarily the right tone of voice, but if you're not going to give it to me.
I know you.
Hey, long time no see. You haven't changed a bit. How's it been going?
Right on.
I'm good, can't complain. Though it'd be even better if we could end this war with the next campaign. Wouldn't that be nice? At any rate, I'm glad to be working with you again. My motivation goes right out the window when you're not around. Well then, anything else you want to say on that note? Oh well.
Hey there. Hey.
We probably shouldn't lean on the Alliance too much, but it's nice to have more allies. We've even got people from the Golden Deer here now, which is really reassuring. Definitely, they're a force to be reckoned with. I'll be counting on them in battle.
I agree.
The Empire may have sheer numbers, but I think there may be hope for us yet. But as to what'll happen between us after the Empire is defeated, your guess is as good as mine. That is going to be a hanging question, isn't it?
Amazing. Actually.
This is my first time visiting Kingdom territory. There's something fascinating around every corner here. The very climate allows for diverse and rare plant life, and each town or village has their unique charms. Truly, Fodlan's vastness astounds me every day. Oh, my apologies. I must compose myself. We're at war, and I am a knight after all. Oh, not at all. Keep going. You're talking to Shez. He doesn't really care about formalities. Neither does Dimitri, to be honest. At least with us.
Have you need of me?
Much has changed in Fargus over the past few months. For instance, House Mateus and Gideon have new leaders. And Lord Rodrigue is currently stationed in the west to ensure conflicts are kept to a minimum. Ah, that's why he's not in our ranks. Cool. Though we expect all is relatively calm there now, so he should undoubtedly return to us next month. Alright, so there'll probably be a couple of battles, and then he'll be ripe for the sacrifice in Chapter 12 if I've heard correctly. Oh man.
A moment.
The Archbishop has long hoped to recapture Garreg Mach Monastery. Now that wish might finally come to fruition, and we have Claude to thank for it. Though I would have preferred him to be a devout follower of the Church.
You sure?
Just because he isn't devout doesn't mean he's not a follower. I doubt he is even that. Did you ever see him earnestly pray during your time at the Officers' Academy? It is undeniable that the people in Alliance territory are less religious than those in the kingdom. The Eastern Church presides over Leicester, yet they do not appear particularly enthusiastic in spreading their faith. On the other hand, the Western Church's fanatical leanings are another cause for concern. Yep, there's always some sort of extreme you have to worry about. On every side, pretty much.
Well?
After the battle at Aryan Road, His Majesty remained stoic until we returned to Ferdiad. However, after issuing orders for our next step, he promptly collapsed and did not wake up for 3 days. When he finally awoke, he immediately returned to working on political affairs. That tendency of his never ceases to worry me. I can imagine. And speak of the devil.
Over here. I've been waiting for you.
I've been waiting for you, Shez. Follow me. We will begin the meeting at once. Alright, they gotta introduce this gimmick. So what am I getting to work with?
I have an idea.
I've had a thought. I was thinking...
I have an idea.
Let's go with this.
I'll do it.
Now then.
Probably should have gone with Sedit's idea so that I could build support with him, but still.
Impressive.
Excellent work, Shez. We now have a solid plan thanks to you. Our battles will only grow more intense from here on out. There is no telling when we may lose one of our dear allies. You might want to spend time with them while you can. That way you will harbor no regrets should tragedy strike. Can you plant any more death flags? Jeez. Alrighty. And then these two go off in a corner. Of course. Your Majesty, please take care. Your wounds have barely healed, and yet you're working incessantly.
No.
When should I work if not now? There is no need for concern. I can wield my spear as I always have.
No way.
You sure you're not just trying to tough it out? Getting enough rest is part of your job too. I suppose you have a point, but I promise I know my limits. Do you? And if I am honest, my thoughts tend to stray to the situation with the Empire regardless. I cannot fully relax. If we had been able to defeat Edelgard, or better yet, Talus...
No.
What's past is past, Your Majesty. Right now, we must focus on the battle before us. Yes, you are right, my friend. Now listen to him and actually act on that. What do I expand? Oh, excellent.
The facilities.
Yeah, let's go with this. Not everyone has a crest, but everybody's got the unique tactical ability. Even if I don't pay that much attention to it. Okay.
Let me know.
So, out of curiosity, while I'm here,
Which battlefield are you headed to?
what are we up against? Love and hate in wartime. 2 paralogs. Okay, one of them is the Golden Deer paralog that we've seen before, so that I can probably ignore for the sake of this component. I can just play that on my own time. Just to unlock stuff, anyway. And then... let's see. Alright, so we don't have to worry about the training field for that one. But I wonder what's drawing us in that direction. That's gonna be an interesting aspect.
Make sure you're ready.
Don't worry, I will.
Actually...
There are a ton of people here now, what with folks from Leicester adding to the Kingdom and Church's numbers. It was just recently we began to see eye to eye with the people from Fargus. I hope we can get along with those from the Church and Leicester, too. I don't see why not, there's not nearly the same animosity. Even if people may have heard of the tragedy, it's not as if they were directly involved, or directly affected. If you'd asked me a few months ago, I never would have guessed Fodlan would be in such turmoil. I always thought the Emperor's approach was a bit rash, but it didn't seem wholly unreasonable either, at least not until the battle at Aryan Road. Duke Eyre was reinstated as Prime Minister right after that. In fact, it's almost as though he was just waiting for the Emperor's defeat, don't you think? Well, Talus certainly was.
Good day.
Our camp certainly is lively now that the Alliance has joined us. It feels as though I am gazing upon a scene from the Academy. Ah, this takes me back. I hope this will be an opportunity for me to cultivate new friendships. We shall see. What are you two talking about? I don't think I've seen this. The Shreng... let's see, Heartstring Moon, year 892. The Shreng people mounted a large-scale invasion. They crossed the Ruska Mountains in the north and descended south into Fargus. King Banfig built a string of strongholds along the north of his domain, from Blathed to Fraldarius, including Konad Tower. Wyvern Moon, year 895. Having finally forced Shreng to retreat, Vargas was in a position to counterattack. However, Shreng's resistance and the harsh snowy conditions caused them to abandon their attack. Thus, hostilities drew to a close. After the campaign, a young and fierce general by the name of Laetitia Oe Gautier, royal knight and descendant of the elite hero Gautier, was widely praised. Great Tree Moon, year 896. Banfi confers the northern part of his territory on Laetitia. She is given the title of Margrave and tasked with defending Vargas' borders. I hope I'm pronouncing that name right. Laetitia sets to work strengthening defenses in the north, constructing strongholds throughout the Ruska Mountains on the border with Shreng, and reclaiming the Lance of Ruin from the Church of Seros. Verdant Rain Moon, year 1169. Having waited for summer, King Lambert joins with Northern Lords Gautier and Fraldarius to march on Shreng. The Kingdom army sets up camp in a single stronghold within the Ruska Mountains, and opens hostilities with the Shreng army. Horsebow Moon, year 1169. The Kingdom army is progressing northward through the peninsula, but while engaging the Shreng chief Oleg and his forces, a gigantic beast suddenly enters the fray. It lays waste to both sides. Lambert sustains grave injuries, and Oleg disappears into a ravine. Oleg's son offers his own youngest child Leif as a prisoner to House Gautier to broker peace. Huh. Wonder if we'll see that son at any point. That feels like a flag.
Got a second?
You went back to Galatia for a bit, didn't you? How was it? Your family holding up okay? Not much has changed, thankfully. Also, my father said to make sure I send you his regards. He said you know what that means. Whoa, wait. Did I do something wrong? I haven't done anything right. At least not lately. It's my father's idea of a joke. I'm certain he knows how hard you've been working. And how has your family been? Since, your brother.
So the story.
My father's been the same as ever, but I think my mom's taking it pretty hard. Miklam wasn't her biological son, but she cared about him all the same. Aside from that, there's been nothing out of the ordinary in Gautier territory. The Shreng army came knocking a few times, but we sent them packing. I see. Well, I suppose no news is good news then. Well, considering we're at war, probably.
Hey!
I came here under our leader's orders. Imagine my surprise when I found out the kingdom's food is practically inedible. Maybe it's because the land's not as fertile or something, but the grub's tasteless. And don't even get me started on the booze. I'm the best chef the Alliance has to offer. It's high time I teach these kingdom folks what real food is. By all means, show them what's what.
So anyway,
There's this guy I know. He's one of the best mercs you'll ever see. He's gotta be raking in the coin, but every time I bump into him, he's always asking for money. Last time I saw him, he was working for the Empire. Wonder if he's still with them. If he's helping with all their pillaging, I'll bash his brains in myself. I'll just say it. Looking a bit ahead, I saw that we're gonna see Balthus in the next battle. That's probably what that mercenary is referring to.
Excuse me.
We are seeing each other after a long time. Are your skills still sharp? Of course. You went back to Brigid, right? Yes. Home was very good. I went to the ocean and forest like when I was a child. I also said hello to the spirits. I bet the ocean was beautiful. Yes, it was. I am wanting to show it all to all of you one day. It was lovely to be swimming again. I do not hear of swimming in Fodlan. It is a great sadness. Well, given the circumstances, I don't think there would be very many good places for it.
So, yeah.
Good on you for sticking with the Kingdom Army this long. Must have been tough, huh? But your hard days are over now. I've called in a favor from Claude, you see. I'm not sure I follow. What did you ask him for? Meat! Of course. We'll be swimming in tasty foods from all over the Alliance in no time, so make sure you get good and hungry. Oh boy. Is there magic to keep it from spoiling? Otherwise, you might be disappointed when it arrives. I guess we'll find out before too long.
The true enemy.
Alrighty. Let's see, who can I drag into this? Yeah, this'll work. Just gotta prepare these, and then we can go to our battle and see what kind of nonsense awaits. Given the circumstances, I'll probably wait on the paralog I haven't seen to for later, but
Solid, solid.
see how it plays out.
Oh, thanks. Did you know this was one of my favorites?
Wow, this is so good. I had no idea you had this kind of skill.
So what are Flane and Felix talking about behind us? It's nice to have that little detail. I bet you could probably come up with all sorts of interesting stories for why particular people would be talking to each other too. Shame we don't get to see any of that. Yep, this should do. Oh yeah, who does Yuri have supports with? Pretty sure Ash and Sylvain are the ones, right? I know Sedith has supports with Yuri as well. Well, I'm very curious to see what they have to talk about, though. Oh, nice.
Hey, this is great.
Shut up.
How'd you know I love this stuff? It must be more clever than I thought.
It's true what they say. Good company makes a meal all the more delicious.
Come back whenever you're
Alrighty, that should be all I need to make things a little easier in combat. Now,
Which battlefield are you headed to?
let's go give him hell for this and see what awaits us afterward. Okay. Who do I need to bring along?
I'm ready to be battling.
Petra and Seta.
Leave this to me.
Okay. You don't really need swordsman for this, so well, Sylvain as a brawler makes sense. So I think what we do, just to make this easy,
I'll do what I need to.
we'll bring Ash in. Actually, didn't I put you on a cavalry at one point? Yeah, I gave you the cavalry class. Since we've still got the arrows of Indra, that should be just fine. You don't have any... Well, you said it doesn't have any supports, but this is more for... Yeah, it's more for building that part up, so... Yep, we'll just throw you behind somebody, let you keep working on the warrior class. Alright, Petra might struggle a little bit, but I can always have her dismount if worse comes to worse. Alrighty, let's give him hell. Actually, shouldn't be any differences with how things are set up, right? Yeah, you've got the good stuff. You might need to... Oh, actually, was the last time I used you as a cavalry unit?
Ready yourself for war. Let's work together and
Okay,
shall we?
we'll throw you behind Petra.
I'm on my way.
Actually, you two have a support, don't you?
Hear you loud and clear. I might just be able to help.
I'll do my
I think
best.
you need to go after this guy to start with.
I'm ready to go.
I'm swapping it. Together, we can be turning the tides.
Ah, great. Already you gotta dismount, huh?
Begin. This.
Leave this to me.
Okay, let's get him. Okay, should be easy enough to mop this guy up. Then we can have you run over to where... Crap, I need to remember that tracking shot shouldn't be used that close.
Right on me!
Oh yeah, I have Raphael as a brawler now, don't I? I don't know how high level he is. And honestly, I like Sylvain's... Well, actually, I'm not sure what Raphael's unique is. I didn't have to think about it that hard when I was playing the Golden Deer routes.
I'll do my best.
Alright, so Ash, go give him hell.
I'm swapping in. Too high.
You shall pay for this, you hater. I'll find here.
Yeah, no.
Assistance, please.
Strike in unison.
Yes, I will be joining you. Be praying now.
Alright. That knocks the Swordmaster off kilter. What did I just hear? That was the game, right? Not something else on my computer? It's hard to tell sometimes. I am running this through a capture card. Ooh, that works.
Begin.
Alright, go pursue the other one. Switch over to Ash and deal with this guy. Actually, if you're gonna be this close, messenger. Well, we'll see where the messenger is going.
Let's get started.
Within the time limit? Ah, crap. So I basically gotta send Sylvain over there now. Alright, in that case, go ahead and unpair. Ash can hold him off for a little bit at least.
Hear you loud and clear. I'll make sure.
And then... Right, stop using tracking shot this close. Hunter's volley at close range. Tracking shot at long range. There we go. Oh, no, use the... Dang it, Ash, come on. Why is this game being like this? Alright, tracking shot. How long is it gonna take Sylvain to get over there? Alright, another tracking shot should be enough. Good.
One step closer to my goals.
Alright, I think I'm starting to understand how archers work in this game.
Stand back.
Fight like this.
Alright, we've got very little time to make this work, so let's get them.
Okay, let's go.
Another thing I need to interfere with. Yay. Alright. Easily dealt with. Good job, Sylvain.
Hear you loud and clear. Hear you loud and clear.
Alright. If you need to stay over there to deal with that guy, we can have Ash go deal with
So this is
the thief
defeat.
anyway.
I'm sorry.
See you in hell, I guess. You are in fine form.
Oh, excellent. We've got a warrior gauge. Alright, Ash, you go run interference on this guy.
Stand back.
I'm swapping in.
Stay sharp. Keep those eyes and ears open.
Knowing when to retreat is a vital strategy.
We did it!
Alright, so Ash has intercepted him. Unfortunately, Ash doesn't have any type effectiveness there, so if I can at least get Petra back, well, get Petra over there to cause havoc. Hopefully that'll work anyway. Although if I keep burning all of your combat arts, maybe it won't.
This victory is for Bridget.
I'm so glad we have you here.
Thank you, Seta. Actually, that's just a mercenary, so that might be enough.
To fall back.
Not quite. That one definitely will.
Shall we?
Is it my turn?
Alright, get on your horse.
Begin.
And get to get over to Ash. He can hold off for a while longer, at least. Do I have anyone as set up as a Dark Mage here? Actually, I don't. It's not like I've needed the Dark Mage.
In a bad spot.
Oh, perfect. You're so useful, Sylvain!
Hear you loud and
Alright, go
clear.
rendezvous with Ash.
Is it my turn?
We're done for. The rest is up to you.
What's next? I'm waiting.
A mage, huh? New plan for Sylvain then.
Has final.
I'll do my best.
Alright. You link up with Sylvain.
Together.
You
Hear you loud and clear.
go after the Viscount. Petra can finish this thief off, then we can just switch our focus once that she's finished.
Way too easy.
Alright. Oh, you're not in that much trouble, Petra.
Just lacking caution.
Keep at it. Alright, that should be enough to take out the thief. Excellent.
Is that all we've got?
I guess just for fun, burn your warrior gauges on this guy. How are we doing? Actually, we're running low on time, so just switch over to Sylvain and finish it.
I will be joining you. Betray now.
Oh, nice. I guess I've got an excuse to switch over to Sylvain then.
Had I such room to grow?
Leave this to stand back.
Alright, start laying into him. If you're lucky, you won't even need Ash to help you out.
Position secure.
Yeah, looking at that, you've got this. Easy.
I am only just beginning to fight.
That sort of strength can turn the tide of battle single-handedly. But it's in our favor. Lend me your strength. Leave it to me.
Your teamwork is becoming excellent.
Nice. So much for that side mission.
I bet my father would have done even better.
Where's that comment coming from? Eh, whatever. Okay, very nice.
Wish this wasn't so much effort.
I'll take it anyway.
War feeds my body and mind. Witness Brigid pride.
Really? That's a surprise. Not gonna complain though. Not gonna complain in the slightest.
I work to grow.
Nice. Okay. Very good. Let's see. Yep. Nothing new there yet, huh? Okay. Well, if there is anything new, I've cut in before, so I guess if there's anything new, I'll let you know.